Hello and welcome to another game, and this game is going to be between Thunderspeaker and England. England, of course, famous for building his big capital with a lot of buildings. I have struggled against this adversary in the past with every spirit that I've tried. But now I'm playing Thunderspeaker, and Thunderspeaker is famous for killing a lot of buildings in one and the same spot with manifestation. So I think this is a great matchup. So let's see if Thunderspeaker is better against England than the others. So let's get this game started.
Initial explore. Mountains. Turn 1. Grow phase.
So for the first turn, I would like to open up the third growth option, I think. We'll get some energy and open up 2 card plays. And we're going to place this somewhere, but what are we going to play? Sudden ambush. We cannot really prevent a build this time, because he will build here anyway because of his 2 adjacent buildings. We don't want to play manifestation this early on, I think. Maybe we are going to want to just play everything here is kind of for the next turn. I think we'll play sudden ambush anyway here, so that we can move a Dahan. If we do that, we can also gather 1 Dahan with this innate. So that's 2 Dahan that we can move. So where do we want to set up the defense for next turn? I think maybe we try to kill that city there. Let's try that. So let's move this in here.
Play powers.
And play sudden ambush.
Fast powers.
And we can gather that Dahan in here, kill that explorer. Now he will build here, and then when he ravage he will have 5 attack. And we will have only 2 Dahans, but we will kill him at the same time. We will have 3 defense, so it's not quite enough, but maybe we can get some defense. We'll have to take a chance there, I think. That could pay off. So let's do that, and this is the slow phase.
Build. Mountains.
So he builds.
Explore. Sends.
And he explores.
Slow powers.
And now we can move that Dahan in here.
Turn 2. Grow phase.
So let's continue with the second growth option and place 2 presents. And these presents we want to place among Dahan, so that we can move them around, and we have to place them with Dahan. So let's place 1 here. We can move 1 per Dahan, and let's place the other one in here, I think. Now, if this ravage goes through, that's not good. We will die this Dahan, and also 1 more because of the Sworn to Victory. So that is a bit risky. We will have 3 defense. If we can just find 1 more defense here, we'll be good. Let's take a chance here and try that.
Play powers.
We play everything.
Fast powers.
And we defend 3 here.
Event.
So let's see. Sprawl contained by the wilds. Add 1 wilds to a land without invaders. Build in the land with the most buildings. So a land without invaders, that can be here. And then we can build in the land with the most. Let's not build in there. Let's build here and consume that disease. Okay, also on each board destroy 2 explorer among lands with beast. Nothing happens there. And during ravage, Dahan deal damage at the same time as invaders. Well, that is not what I wanted. I already had that. Okay, so we'll take some damage here.
Ravage. Mountains.
No problem. But okay, so let's do this first. We'll do damage simultaneously. We'll do 4 damage, and he will do 2 damage because he has defend 3 here, and we have defend 3. So he will die, and 1 Dahan will die. And there will be a blight. This presence will die. Yeah, this was not very good. And then we have to pay 1 for because of that Dahan died there. Alright, no problem. And then we have one more blight in here. Sometimes you lose a battle, but the war is not over.
Build, sends,
So we have some towns.
explore, jungles,
And we have an explorer here, and wines are consumed.
slow powers,
So what do we have coming up here? We have a ravage here, and that we can take care of. Lead the Furious Assault. And then we have the ravage here. Where do we want to do the manifestation? Maybe we'll do it here, so that he cannot ravage. Or we can play Words of Warning there next turn and prevent the ravage that way. Will we be able to do that? Yeah, probably. So what can we do with this here? Manifestation is not going to be that good. We can gather up to 3 and push up to 3. We can do 6 damage, basically. Well, let's do this first. That I'm going to do for sure. And then we could push something with this and then gather. But I think we can only get in 3 Dahan and 3 presence maybe. And I'm not really keen on killing that land because we don't have any wetlands over here, so that's not really a problem area. I think we'll concentrate on this cell. Let's do this. Let's add or push, or rather gather 3 Dahan in here and bring those presence with us with this power. And then we do manifestation there, 1 fear, and then each Dahan does 2 damage, that's 6 damage. Taking care of those. And now we don't have any ravages to take care of next turn. And for this, do we want to push the Dahan? We can do that and set up something for the next turn. It's always good to have the Furious Assault ready. But I think I'm going to use it for the fear. 2 fear for 0 energy, that's a lot of value there. And we do have this gather the warriors. This push up to 4 is a little bit redundant, I think, for Thunderspeaker. Usually you don't have to use that. 2 fear is probably better. Especially against England, we need to have 5 fear each turn, so that he doesn't build twice here in the high invasion. So let's do that, and let's get to the next turn.
turn 3, grow phase,
Now, naturally, we want to reclaim, and we want to gain some power cards here, and we are going to look for miners, probably the whole game. So let's see what we can get here. Call to Ferocity, Domesticated Animals. The shore seethes with hatred and scream disease into the wind. Now, out of these 2, Call to Ferocity have the good elements and energy cost here, sun and fire. This is really what you want to see here for Thunderspeaker, I think. Domesticated Animals, of course, very good with Defend. This is very good value. 1 fear also. And this is not that interesting, and maybe this can be good, but I think not for Thunderspeaker at this point. I think I will go with the Call to Ferocity here. Defend is of course very good with Thunderspeaker, but I kind of like that sun there. And also this effect is not very bad. We have 1 fear and push 1 explorer and town that we can do things with. And gather up to 3 Dahan can also be nice. Let's take that one for the first miner. What do we have here? Portents of Disaster. We also have a sun here, and it is 0 cost. That is tempting. And what we have here, that can be a lot of fear. We have some isolate, and we have Badlands. I think I prefer to have 0 cost cards here, Mesmerize Tranquility or Portents of Disaster. This doesn't do that much for us element wise, just the animal, that is kind of nice, but I think I will go with Portents of Disaster here. It's 2 fear and it can be quite easily 3 fear here for 0 cost, and it's fast. I always like fast with my fear cards. So let's do that one. And what else?
Play powers.
So this is going to be a slow turn here. We only have 1 energy and we want to save up for next turn. And next turn we are going to probably play this option here to get energy and play manifestation. So we really want to plan for next turn here. And I think what we are going to want to play is 3 cards with air and get this air to get a fast power. You can get this 4 air then. So probably we'll play something like this, but this is not needed right now, so I probably won't play that. Do I need that? That doesn't really do much. We'll have some extra gather only, but we don't really need to move the Han right now. And also we have this if we want to. So let's just play these 2, I think, and save up the energy. This costs 0, and then we can do a great turn next turn instead. So next turn we have the options to either play Words of Warning or Voice of Thunder. And Sudden Ambush. Yeah, of these 3 we can choose 2 of them. And so depending on what we need. Let's try this.
Fast powers.
So this we can just add somewhere where maybe we can kill something here. Destroy 1 town for every 2. We could move the Han and kill them 1 town somewhere, and then we can use Portents of Disaster. So where do we want? This is target invaders. Otherwise we could target it here. That would have been good. Then move the Han in here and kill that town. But it is target invader for that guy. And this, yeah. What about this guy? Can we can target this one here? Portents of Disaster. Can we do that? And then he builds, right? So he builds, and then we will have target land invaders, and we can gather the Han, and then we can kill it. We can also kill that town and gather those the Han in here, and then defend the Ravage with those and Words of Warning. Maybe that's better. So where do we want to play this then? Let's just play it here or somewhere. Yeah, because we can't play it there because we don't have a sacred site, unfortunately. This guy. So that's 2 fear. And we probably won't get that fear then.
Event.
Coastal town multiply. Add 1 town to a coastal land adjacent to a coastal town. So where do we want that town? We can add it pretty much to a coastal land. Yeah, any coastal land we can add it to. Where do we want that one? We don't want it in the jungles for sure. Then we'll build a city. We don't want to add it. Maybe we'll add it here so that we can get some multiplication going with manifestation and kill a lot of things at the same time here. On each board, destroy 2 explorer among land with beast. That doesn't do anything. And then we have add 1 the Han to a land with the Han. And no blight. So that has to be here then.
Fear.
The Han raid. Each player chooses a different land with the Han. 1 damage there. Well, that doesn't do much, but that kills that explorer, I guess.
Build. Mountains.
So we'll have some cities.
Ravage. Sands. Build. Jungles.
A town and a city.
Explore. Sands.
And we have an escalation here, and that's going to be in the wetlands here.
Slow powers.
And for the slow powers, what I want to do here, I think, is gather those 3 up here. Let's bring that presence with us, and then let's destroy that town with Lead the Furious Assault. So that way we can take care of this in the next turn.
Turn 4. Grow phase.
So now we have some interesting options here. We are going to play the third growth option to get energy, for sure. But we can go top track or we can go reclaim 1. And now, do we need reclaim 1? We have 3 card plays. We will play that. If we reclaim 1 this turn, we maybe can squeeze out another turn here, or we can just go top track and do reclaim. I am almost tempting on getting that air so that we can get some fast power going here. And what can we do with that? We can kill that town with Lead the Furious Assault if we can get some Dahan in there and prevent that ravage. We are going to want to play Words of Warning here, that's no problem. And then we are going to want to play Manifestation. But what about this build? We kind of want to play Sudden Ambush there to take care of that. He will build twice there. If we can kill that Explorer, we are preventing 2 builds there. So we probably want to play Sudden Ambush and Words of Warning and Manifestation. And I think let's go top track and let's add it here to add more ammunition to Manifestation.
Play powers.
And let's play these powers.
Fast powers.
And this is going to be defending this land. And for this, let's gather 1 Dahan in here. Do we want to move that presence? We might as well, I think. And kill that Explorer. And what else? The question is, do we want to do something fast here? If we do, we can take care of that town, but if we have to use both Gather and Lead the Furious Assault, and then we don't have any good spot for Manifestation. I think maybe what we want to do here is wait until he builds up here. He will build twice here, get a town and a city. We could kill that town with the Furious Assault, then we could move them in here, and then we can do Manifestation here. Or someplace else. Maybe up here, but probably here. Let's see. Let's do that, I think.
Event.
So we are at stage 2 after the Ravage step. On each board, if no blight was added, add 1 town to the highest numbered land with no invaders. We are going to get a blight here, so I don't think we have to do that. In each land with beast, 1 damage per beast. So 1 damage there. Add 1 Dahan to a land with 2 or more Dahan. Do we want to add it here or here? I think if we add it here, we can kill that Explorer, but this is probably more useful to have with this army here so that we can move them around. We have 4 air here, so we can gather up to 4. So we can move the whole army anywhere we want. So let's add it there.
Fear.
Each player chooses a land to isolate. Interesting. So this is going to die in the Ravage, so we probably want to isolate this land. And these 2 lands are not reachable.
Build. Sands.
So he will build a town here and nothing here.
Ravage. Jungles.
So let's see, let's do this first. We have 3 defense and 1 damage go through, and this city is dead from that counterattack. And what else happens here? We have a Ravage here, so that means we will have a blighted island. Unnatural proliferation. Immediately each spirit adds 1 presence to a land with their presence. Interesting. And 2 cities to the land with the fewest. And 1 Dahan to a land with Dahan. So let's see, we can add 1 presence first then. Probably want 2 energy then, because if I want to reclaim 1, I can always do that later. Because if I'm going to reclaim now, so I don't really need that for next turn. Let's add this presence in here. And then we can add 1 Dahan in here. And then 2 cities in the land with the fewest. So it's either going to be here, here, or here. So what I can do here, I guess, is adding those cities in here. And he will build here. And then we will have an escalation. There will be a lot of buildings in here that we can kill immediately with this army here. That seems good. Let's take that and let's move on with next build.
Build, sands.
So we have a town here and nothing here.
Explore, wetlands.
So we have an escalation. Let's add a town here and then to explore here.
Slow powers.
And so we can do manifestation first here in this land. That's 1 fear. And then we have 20 damage. That should be enough. 4, 8, 17, 18. And then we have gathered the warriors and lead a fierce assault. So we can move some Dahan and then kill some towns. Here we have 2 towns and we can move 4. So let's do that, I think. Let's move in those Dahan here with that gather up to 4 air. And let's move in those presence with us. Like that. And then we can do this, destroy 1 town per 2 Dahan. So a great turn. Let's move on to the next.
Turn 5, grow phase.
So we are going to want to reclaim, and we are going to look for some miners. Land of horns and embers, like calls to like, pull beneath the hungry earth and inflame the fires of life. And it's not the best card here. This is a 0 cost. It kind of adds blight, maybe not that good. We don't have that many blight left. This really doesn't do much for us. What does this do? Does do pull beneath the hungry earth. Target has your presence, 1 fear, 1 damage. Add 1 disease, 1 fear, add 1 strife. Well, all of these are not very good. Let's take inflame the fires, I think. At least this is fear. And it has animal. Can be useful for that innate there. But not the best cards here. Now this is a little bit more like it. We have Enticing Splendor. This is 0 cost, and Sun and Air. Call to Bloodshed is really good colors. Especially we have Fire and Sun. And Reaching Grasp also kind of good. And Weep for What is Lost, a fear card. I like that one also. Maybe I will take this card here. 1 damage per Dahan is really nice effect for us. Can we use this turn? Yeah, we can, to destroy 1 city here. So let's take Call to Bloodshed.
Play powers.
And again, this is going to be one of those turns that we are not actually doing that much. We want to save up cards for next turn and play a big turn next turn. And for this turn instead, let's just try to reach this innate. Shouldn't be that hard. And let's see here. This one maybe. Portents of Disaster, that's 2 fear. We kind of need 3 fear here to get another card. Well, we do have 2 fear cards already, but that could be nice to have 1 more fear then. And what, can we do that? Not really. Let's see, we can do that one. Maybe this guy. Then we have the innate. That takes care of 1 city. And we can destroy 2 towns in here. He will build 1 town. And the escalation will add 1 another town. So we can kill those towns and 1 city. 2 towns and 1 city for 1 energy. That's pretty good. And then we can save up the rest of the cards for next turn. Do we have something else do we want to play here? We have 1 more card play. We could play something like Call to Ferocity. Don't really need it though. I think we might be good here. We don't need to defend. We don't want to play anything that we don't really have to play. The important thing is we have this innate and we have this innate. And we save up. I think we save up the next cards for later. We can always use them and maybe we can get 2 turns here. If we do reclaim, yeah, Let's try only play this.
Fast powers.
And this we can play here. 2 fear. Because we are going to destroy some things in here later.
Event.
Overconfidence. If you have any earned fear cards. Yeah, we do have 2. No, wait, this is level 1. Fortunately, we are at level 2. Terror breeds aggression. For every 2 fear cards currently in the earned fear card pile, invaders do +1 damage per land when ravaging. That's excellent. We don't have any ravages, so that doesn't do anything. Add 1 beast to a land adjacent to a beast, then destroy 1 Dahan in a land with beast. So let's add this beast at a land where we don't have any Dahan. Over here. And then what else? When invaders ravage, if the land has both Dahan and presence, defend 5. That doesn't apply.
Fear.
So we are at level 2, retreat. Each player may push up to 3 explorer or town from an inland land. So we can do that to prevent that build. No, we can't, because he will have adjacent lands, adjacent buildings. Even that doesn't help. I think we might want to push these guys in here and try to move them towards our army. Now we have another target here for manifestation. Trade suffers. Each player may replace 1 town with 1 explorer in a coastal land. So let's replace this then, so that he doesn't build a city.
Build. Jungles.
We have towns.
Ravage. Sands.
And no ravage.
Build. Wetlands.
1 town here, 1 town here.
Explore. Jungles.
1 escalation, and this is 3 buildings. That's tied for the most. And 1 explorer here and here.
Slow powers.
So now we can play Lead the Furious Assault, killing 2 towns here. And then that triggers here. Next time an invader is destroyed, 1 fear. And then we have 1 damage per Dahan. Let's do that here and kill city. And then we have Gather the Warrior. So where do we want that? Let's see, he's going to ravage here and here. We probably want some Dahan in here then. We can defend here, or we can defend here. Well, we already have Dahan in here, so maybe we will move in some Dahan here, I think. Let's see, we can gather up to 2. Let's gather this one. Maybe one of those. Yeah, why not? Then we can take care of both of those next turn.
Turn 6. Grow phase.
So now it is time to open up that Reclaim 1 spot, I think. And we want to add this somewhere. Where are we going to do the manifestation next turn? Or this turn? Yeah, I think in here. Probably. I mean, if we can kill that city and kill that city, we only have that city left, and we are soon to level 3 here.
Play powers.
So we want to play manifestation and then 2 more powers. And we definitely want to get this fast now to kill that town. We are going to play Words of Warning to defend here. And then 1 of these. Do we want to add Dahan? We will be able to gather 4 Dahan. That's enough to move them in here or here. So we don't really need that. The question is, do we need this guy? I don't think we do. This guy is better for energy, and maybe we can just play it for fear, I think. Since we need fear here. Yeah, let's try this combination.
Fast powers.
We will defend 3 here. And then we will do this fast and destroy that town.
Event.
So let's see what we have for the event. Light spreads. Add 1 blight to a land adjacent to a land with light. Yikes. Spirit may prevent this on any all boards by destroying 2 presence from each board to be protected. So let's see, where can we add the blight here? We can add it here. That will kill a presence. This will kill a presence. This is going to ravage soon. And this is not a valid target for that blight. And that doesn't really seems very good. Maybe we want to have some of these lands blighting here. We can take up to 3 blight. We want to concentrate on killing those cities. He will build a city here and here though. So that is kind of scary. Well, maybe we want to move out some or destroy some presence then. But this is good for the damage. And this is good for targeting. Maybe we'll have to remove presence anyway. Let's destroy two of these, I think, to prevent that effect. I think we will want a blight here. That seems a little bit scary here. On each board, add 1 Dahan to a coastal land with Dahan. And what? We skip that one. Each beast destroys 1 explorer. Add 1 beast on the board without one. Okay.
Fear.
Each player replace 1 explorer town with 1 Dahan in a land with 2 or more Dahan. Yes, even more Dahan here. This one then. And what else? Skip the next normal build. The build card remains in place instead of shifting left. Okay.
Build. Sands.
So he will build here and nothing here.
Ravage. Wetlands.
This is defended.
Build. Jungles.
And we skip this build. And then we move on.
Explore. Coastal lands. Slow powers.
Okay, so where do we want this manifestation then? Well, probably in here. But we have to consider this also. But now he won't ravage, luckily. So maybe we can afford to not take care of those and go for this instead. We do have Voice of Thunder, and we do have this guy. How much damage do we need here? 4, 7, 10, 11. We need 12 damage. So that's 4 Dahan and 3 presence. Yeah, we can do that with Gathered Warriors. Let's add these guys. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we do manifestation there. That takes care of this army here. What else? Then we have Voice of Thunder. Now we really only have this city here and 8 fear. And then we are done. But he will build up here. Let's see, we add fear, I think, again with Voice of Thunder. This makes us a lot closer to the next level. When we get to level 3, I think we are winning.
Turn 7. Grow phase.
Now this turn we do have Reclaim 1 here. We can grab Manifestation again. We can add either 2 presence or 1 presence, I think. Maybe we play just 1 and go top track. I think if you can get both Fire and Sun. Well, we need 4 card plays also to get this. But I'm not sure if this really helps to get 4 card plays. We won't be able to reach that anyway easily. But Fire, Sun, and 3 card plays we can reach that if we have the Sun. So let's go with top track here. Let's add a presence somewhere. Maybe in here. That is one of the problem areas. Maybe we want a presence in there, probably.
Play powers.
We can reclaim Manifestation and we can play almost whatever we want here. Now, what do we want? Sudden Ambush. Can we do something with this guy? If we remove that explorer, that doesn't do much. Unless we also remove one of those towns. I don't think we have anything else in the fast phase here. So maybe, yeah, let's wait with sudden ambush and let's just play the other. This can do something. And that gives fear and stuff. Okay, let's try this one.
Event.
Investigation of dangers. We are at field level 2. Destroy the unnatural. Invaders do +3 damage inland when ravaging lands with presence. He doesn't ravage, so that's excellent. Each beast destroys 1 explorer. Add 1. Okay. Each spirit with at least 3 Dahan may use 1 slow power now. Interesting. Do we want to do that? We don't want to play manifestation. We can push something here. Push 1 explorer, 1 town. That doesn't help for that build. That doesn't help for this build either. Well, it helps to prevent that city there, I guess. But we don't have target there. We don't have any presence. That's the problem. What about this then? We have a sacred site here. We can add a fear. That means we get another fear card. That is probably what I'm going to do. Let's do that. Let's add 1 fear and 1 strife to a land near our sacred site here. Where do we want this then? He's going to ravage. Let's see, in coastal and jungle. Let's add it here then. Might help us a little bit. So that was this guy. And that, then we have 1 more fear card.
Fear.
Angry mobs. This is a great card. Fear level 2, in each land with 2 or more explorer, destroy 1 explorer town per 2 explorer. Excellent. So that means these guys dies. And I guess that's it. Panic. Each player adds 1 strife in the land with beast, disease, or Dahan. We do have Dahan, so we can add it either here or 1 more here, I guess, or this guy. This doesn't really bother me. We have no ravaging sands. Let's add a strife here. And then we go on to the build.
Build. Wetlands.
We have a town here, and we have a town here.
Build. Jungles.
So we have a town first, and then we have a build in coastal lands. It's a town, city, and city.
Explore. Sands and mountains.
And then we have some explorers.
Slow powers.
So what do we have here then? We have a manifestation, and we have lead a fierce assault. And we also have call to ferocity that we can use to push something or gather Dahan. Now we have to be a little bit careful here. We do have 3 cities left, so it doesn't seem like we can remove all those cities in the very near future. So maybe we want to be able to survive that ravage. So he's going to ravage first in the jungles and then in the coastal lands. So we can probably take care of 2 lands here with Lead the Furious Assault and Manifestation. But we will have 2 more lands to take care of. 1 we can defend here, if we can get some presence in there. And the other one is troublesome. We will ravage twice. So we probably need to find the power card here to defend that land. But this we can take care of with manifestation. We need 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We need 1 more presence in here, or something, and that will take care of that. And this one we also want to take care of, that probably with Lead the Furious Assault. So let's do it like this, I think. Let's push those town in here and 1 explorer in here. And that is 1 fear. And that is mostly because we want to play Lead the Furious Assault in here with range 0, and then we can kill those 2 towns. Just a little bit of added value there to this power. And then we want to do gathered warriors. We can gather up to 2 and push up to 2. So let's gather that Dahan in here. And that's the first part, and then we can push 2. Now we want to push at least 1 in here with 1 presence, so we have enough stuff here. And then we probably want to push 1 Dahan in here and take 1 presence with us, so that we can defend here with words of warning next turn, so that he doesn't ravage here. Then we play manifestation here in this land. That is 1 fear, and then we have 10 damage. Should be enough to kill everything. Like that. And this we have already played.
Turn 8. Grow phase.
So now, like I said, we need to find something to defend here. He will ravage here twice, so let's reclaim. And maybe we should go for a major here. We have 5 energy plus 2. And we only need really to play manifestation, would be enough to do damage somewhere. And we can use that major here to maybe win in the fast phase if we can remove those cities. It's not really plausible, but maybe we can get a Han in here or kill that city and kill that city somehow. I think we'll first look at a major here and see if we can find something good here. This is slow. Blazing Renewal, what does this do? This it adds 2 destroyed presence, 2 damage to each building in that land. Doesn't really work for us. Unlock the gates doesn't work. Infinite Vitality. The Han, can we get the Han in there? In the fast phase. That probably works. We can have 3 air. We can make this fast. Probably. The Han have +4 health while in target land. Whenever blight would be added to target land, instead leave it on card. Yeah, that saves us either way. So let's take that guy and let's forget something. Maybe, yeah, this one is not that good. And then we have 1 more. Let's grab a minor. I think maybe we'll find a defend card here. We didn't. Well, we get defend 2, but that's not going to cut it. What do we have here? Only 1 energy cost cards. Yeah, these are not going to do much for me. Let's take this one. And this has the right elements at least.
Play powers.
So we want to play Infinite Vitality, Manifestation, and then something else. Well, that's going to be Words of Warning to defend that one.
Fast powers.
So let's defend 3 here. And then we want to do Infinite Vitality here. That takes care of that problem. And we cannot get the Han in there, I realize now, because this doesn't have air. Well, that's just how it is sometimes. I guess we can just do manifestation with these guys then. We can move them and then do manifestation here and kill that way. At least we won't die. This works even without the Han. So let's move on to the event.
Event.
We are at Blighted Island Power Fates. Each spirit chooses independently, destroys 2 of their presence, forget 2 powers, or take 1 blight from the blight card and remove it from the game. That is kind of nasty. We don't really want to remove more presence. This is our damage we are removing if we do that. Forget 2 powers we also don't really want to do. We want to be able to play these powers. 2 powers is a lot. We can maybe remove 1 blight. We can afford that, I think. We don't have any blight here and we don't have any blight here. And next time it doesn't look that scary. Let's do that. Offering of Patterns and Dance. Each spirit with at least 2 Dahan among its lands gain 1 energy. We do have that, so that's 1 energy. Oh wait, we forgot this. On each board, add 1 disease to the sands or mountains with the most buildings. Minimum 1. That should be a disease here then. So now let's move on.
Fear.
Flee the pestilent land. Level 3. Each player removes up to 5 health of invaders from a land with disease, or 1 explorer, 1 town from an inland land. So we can remove that city, excellent. Then we only have this city left. And I think we can take care of that with manifestation. Seems like this seems good.
Ravage. Jungles.
So this presence dies, unfortunately, from that ravage. But we do have no blight coming in here because of infinite vitality. And this is whenever, so it works the whole turn. Really great. And here we have defense 3. So this is removed. This doesn't do any damage, and then we can kill those explorers. Might as well.
Build. Sands and mountains.
Well, I forgot we also have a coastal ravage here. That means this explorer dies. And this again does not do any blight. And then we have build in sands and mountains. We have a build here and here and here. So we have town, and this is consumed.
Explore. Jungles and sands.
Jungles and sand.
Slow powers.
So let's see, we only need some Dahan in here. We have 2, we can push 2. So let's do that. We can just push 2 in here, or gather 3. And take 2 presence with us. And that is that power. And then we can just play this for 6 damage. 5, 6. Yeah, and we can kill that town if we so wish with that power here. And that is all the cities. And we have a terror level 3 victory. So that was Thunderspeaker versus England 6. And next time will probably be Scotland. See you then.